Han taumaun súlas minitiche a horst sŵl a choffi an an ALBA. Is han rad gamhalig.
Hami seo an an Guardian leasan rial ghunéitin áte íontach ga ríideh agus haid gomapla cuideach. Agus ha muise seo san féin amach míon céil a hiag ALBA I coffee.
So I didn't know about Scotland's huge connection with coffee.
Yeah.
Tell me more about it.
Yeah, so the Royal Botanic Garden in Edinburgh was actually the origin of the first coffee plants taken to Malawi for the start of a plantation regime there. So it was known that we had 2 coffee plants growing here in the botanics in the late 18th century. And at some point before the late 19th century, those plants were transported to a mission in Malawi called the Blantyre Mission, named after the birthplace of David Livingstone. These plants came under the care of a Mr. John Buchanan, who was a lay member of the mission in Blantyre. And he tested with his team the growing of these coffee plants to see if you could make it a commercially viable product in Malawi. He was then able to take descendants of these coffee plants that were brought from Edinburgh and develop a plantation there in Zomba. And grow up coffee, and he was also testing things like sugar and indigo and quinine. And for a while he did export these commercially. Ultimately the plantations failed. I think the lowlands weren't ideal for growing this kind of mountain crop, which coffee is. But this was basically the origin of the plants that were taken to Malawi, and we nowadays have quite a strong coffee growing culture there.
Iráisiir an rád agus a dulga tua.
Ha mise is seo ag Glenlyon Coffee Roasters an an opair fialaí gus caineach ris in skippe agus iontach becan man Jane.
Stich Fiona Grant Glenlyon Coffee an an 2000 sa hundiag an an bohag an an siroch fiarst. In neise an an opair fialaí sér váster an sarvachal a haunta le inneve B Corp agus Kafei ach go cuideach.
The wonderful thing about coffee is it is just so sociable. It's just a way of drawing people together. I think it's credited with the French Revolution. So when the people moved away from drinking and going into coffee houses, they started politics that started fermenting the coffee houses. So it's a really lovely industry and friendly industry to be in. And also when we talk about community, it's not just our community, it's the communities that we're building with the farms and right through the supply chain as well. And actually with other roasters across Scotland, we're all small producers, we're all trying to support each other as well. But the key thing about our business, right at the heart of it, from the start, sourcing's been really important to us. So we're constantly working ahead of the seasons and making sure the coffee that comes in is super fresh, and also that it's ethically sourced. And also about 60% of our coffee is also direct or assisted trade as well.
Okay.
Sé direct trade dói obrach an san bí ceannichan a ceannach a coffee go ddíirech van a tuahanni. Bí sister trade if fiechan rí compárteachas an co-obrachal is co-ionichte is stéochig. Ivis a cur taich rí coirsnach an inadal agus co-lisachien.
Oh, well, I think coffee industry's going to face a lot more challenges going forward, particularly with the impact of climate change becomes more and more severe. And I think people are going to have to probably accept that they're going to have to pay quite a lot more for really good coffee going forward. And that's not just due to a lot of farms becoming affected by weather change and weather patterns, but also the fact that historically coffee hasn't been very fair in terms of the amount of income that goes back to the farmers, and that does still need to change. So I think I can see coffee becoming more of a really special treat that you might have 1 or 2 a day of, but be willing to pay a bit more for.
Can ich kuch mi hen a mesk gyfer syl hoffi cad an ekel och agus ryddig intimidating uren an kutoch ach va falche vlach riel aram ek Glenlyon Coffee Roasters agus chudat im fistoch ag tarshin an a dai a va chofferiste a hikshin agus va ech ma a vi ik jonsige woorpe or va ui cho mór ach ga an coffee agus va Mas we could shen a chin tarshin. Agus an ish, a mi gin a fewer agus was got birch. Agus ion chuk whoops and kajak.
Specialty coffee has been on Sky for a number of years. I feel now it's becoming more common, especially the demographic of kind of tourists and stuff that are coming here. There's a real appetite for it. But I think on the whole, to be honest, even on the island now, people are appreciating good coffee. But what's been incredible to see is like how many locals we do get in the shop. And we see them on a daily basis, and it's such a nice thing. And that's what I love about the whole cultural element around coffee, and the fact that you're kind of all congregating in this one spot over a nice cup of coffee and just chatting about your day, what you're up to.
Han taumaun yn eich na paunerin bria uan seo a rostig.
Han inal y ceir gymbie dydaf y chwachig. Ach, mis mi ben nid efo simply how cael chwrs na bins ystau yn y hen, sa dolgan yn gan yn siomer rosti. Agus had y tîn yma, agus had y ffwrachig, the dolgan y fwchgad. So, ha sien acam, am ysgwyn i chi.
In tosioch, bys yn gamblawch gysochgyr gys yn tyrimachig. Bys o a torst mwy chwyg minutyn. Chanil môr yn y tachwr chast, a chan da y gaharachig fo uan y gybwye is a ffalig an coloch ri fiar. Mar a han tawch gygeiddi, ha yn siwch gys na paunerin y tosiochig y bristig sias, agus ha asidin y nochgig. San asan sio a ha rost yn ydrym y ffain yn blas anichtje, salier agus mesoch. Eg mw ga hiet Celsius clynidw y hiet vrac. Fwym a hachrys at sa han y paunerin y ffas agus y legal y mach gasichen.
Rhaid i'w ffysyn fel gychwyntin a hat y tosioch y Cofaidh. Agus hat y ffas na sfydach y bwloch.
Rost ydrym ga lekker lewe y gol môr yn y satje na y hiet vrac sien. Maar rost y syniad dat y farach heetjat na saske rost y mianoch no na studige. Agus calu sien na blasen salier mesoch is vloeral a hasjen y giedi. Smar sien, hasjen y stad gelua, agus y vorige na paunerin sa vat. Y glasige stach y valish.
The coffee scene in Scotland is pretty incredible, like even comparatively to countries in Europe. I guess historically Italy's recognised for its coffee or whatever, but in lots of these places like, you really have to search for good coffee. But in Scotland there's an abundance of it now, and like in Glasgow, Edinburgh in particular, it just has some incredible coffee shops. So I think yes, it's amazing to see.
Wel, yw'n sich mi tor yn dw. Chanil i fi rost y coffi chodyrif sa fan mi'n dŵl, agus chanir y fel lwa cwtioch. Chanil awnach chase, agus coffi, agus fi y cwmal smach er yn chase at sa ha yn coffi y rostig. Simply gynior. Hamir Morlia go Kafei Studio gus canioch gri Connie a ha na sad yoliche latte art. Shisha inche a shad an ALBA son latte art go hoffical. Chanierin atje na piar. Okay, Connie, do your thing. Ooh. Wow. Wow, go shalig adam. Shal shen. Ha shen cho alin agus koch litchig gyda banya agus coffee. Ha shen. Ha dawtach am gymyn mysio mar sio.
Ha espresso me jen minnejoch agus brewig. Ha tosiochig le ble min jen koffie koloch ri salin boers. Enesh ha u brewige koffie sies. Een noorshen glas en portefilter is jaag en injal agus brew en puchtan son a haring. Ha espresso a haring van vroeg aarst. Tuichel neu baren. Agus hike mag aan dem fichete koik en jou trichet jik. Chesich en banje aan een mukke metalch gus een piecha voor rohe suhegan. Noors nieuw shen buaile muca ar a chúntar ar san cur asta bhuilecin an móra san bí agus curman cuairte ar san a chumal mín agus mar velvet.
Right in the middle first, little circle.
And you'll be trying to come out and me shop. Okay, a little circle. So do I swirl the...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Things in a little circle. Yeah. Try to as stable as possible. More. Stop there. And then aiming for here. And just pour the milk out. Right here.
This is going on the floor, Connie.
So what we need to do is like pour right in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, and then drop the jug as close to the surface as possible. And wiggle.
How do you think that's gone, Connie?
I blame the milk sit there for too long.
Yeah, we'll blame the milk. I said Banya's cut off. Go build me your shot. And can we just look at what it was supposed to look like? Shall or shin? So, met alle gorste Banya, wat geharst. Oh!
Too high.
Too high. Ham ik tuk yes, ham is make femi maybe vi nesaske de Banya. Fiach is in dish. So, koop my show. Sanjel shin tol arch. So about here, and tilt.
Nice.
Nice, okay, agus ketgil. Like this?
Yes.
It's getting quite full, cat and lan. And then, lines like this? No?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah? Oh!
But it's all done by you, so...
Dorstig. Tilt the cup.
Little circle. Lift the jug. Go through. That's pretty good.
I mean, Shin, if I had shot at him in Yanif. It's kind of a heart.
Yeah.
It's a tiny misshapen heart. Masika ha heart with akamek mushisket hami ek liget.
If you were a full-time barista, you're working all the time, making a lot of coffees every day, maybe up to a year or two, every day you're doing that. And then everything else is like built on that fundamental.
Okay.
And then the more complex the pattern, the longer it takes for the specific pattern or the technique to develop. So, yeah.
Well, ha go leor únian ar san erp eile.
What do you think, Connie?
I think you mastered it.
Yeah. Shall or shaw? Kan is mij gewoon meer eerst woorden Janef. Schaaf koepenen zijn uliksheid tors gus machen Janef on a coffee. Definitely me that did that.
Ir na program.
Shen latte art a shad a hamir Janef a rief.
You have great potential.